Okay, we're going to be talking about declare play for the next several weeks. So we'll be working on how to improve our declare play, and I'll be writing a lot of hands up here for us. And every time I write a hand up here, I will write it in this order. First of all, we'll start with spades, then hearts, diamonds, and finally clubs. So every example hand will be in this order. And now I have a confession to make. When our kids were little, I'd come home sometimes and say, "Hey Brett, can you bring in the groceries?" And Drew would look at me and say, "Well, you could if you were here. I'm Drew." So I obviously still have trouble with names. He would follow that up with, "I guess I better go get the groceries." I obviously have trouble with names, and last week I did the same thing. I called the clubs diamonds. I called the diamonds spades throughout the hand. But hopefully, like Drew, you're smart enough to know what the point is. Yeah. So I apologize for that. Every week they will go in this order. And I'll try to get Drew right. Hearts and spades, etc. All right, this week, with that confession being made, and if you have any trouble with last week's hands, just convert the spades to diamonds and the diamonds to clubs. What we're moving on to this week with our building block is establishing small cards. Small cards, otherwise known as length in a suit. Okay, so what does that look like? That means you want to promote your smaller cards. You don't always necessarily have length, but it looks something like this. We'll have a hand with 3 cards there, and will give us 6 cards here. So how many cards are we missing? We have 9. 4. We're missing 4 cards. Optimally, if the cards split 2-2, then we will pick up one of their cards with our ace, and we'll lose the next card to them, giving ourselves 4 remaining tricks with our little bitty 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3 kind of thing. So that's how we promote our small cards. It happens when the defensive cards are split as evenly as possible and we have length. It can happen when we don't have any cards in the suit. What do we have? Let's do 10, 9, 2. It's the same idea. We're missing 4 cards. They're the ace, king, queen, jack. But still, we only lose 2 tricks in this suit. We lose the top 2 tricks, and then the 4 remaining, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, are our tricks. We've established them. So just because the suit isn't pretty with the high cards, remember if you have length in them, you have a great chance of establishing tricks. Establishing tricks with length is one of my favorite declare play techniques. All right, what about when we don't necessarily have length? It's the same thing. We want to take 3 cards in the suit if at all possible. So we can establish the 7 or 8, whatever we have left. If the cards that are out, this time we have 8 cards, so we're missing 5. So if the remaining cards are split as evenly as possible, 9, whatever, we still will get 3 cards and 3 tricks in this suit. We'll get the ace, the king, and the long card, the 8, we'll say. I can put it on the top if that's clearer. We'll get the ace, the king, and the long card after we knock this out. I like to play this particular combination with what's called a safety play. There is no way I'm winning trick number 3, right? There's no way. So I like to lose trick number 3 first. So I play small, small. I don't care who wins. They can win the 9, they can win the 6 or whatever's over there. I don't care. That way, when I play the second card, if everyone follows, I know the suit is coming home. When I play the ace, I know that my 4th card will come home. So that's another way of establishing our time.
Lose the first one.
Lose the
You're
first
saying
one. That's
you're
called
gonna lose
safety
one?
play. That means when you play the suit the second time, if someone doesn't follow to this, and we're missing Queen, Jack, 10,
Okay,
9.
has 4. Yeah, he's got 4.
Queen, Jack, 10, X, and I play this, and I play small the first time, knocking out these cards around. And I play my next card, and they play the 10, and I play the ace, and they play a club. This card's not going to be good anymore. So I can abandon that approach and go to a different line of play. So I like to use the safety play on that one first. When developing small cards with a lot of length, I usually just start with the high cards and hope they split as evenly as possible. All right, let's get to it.